Uh,
Should we start this thing?
I
What do we
don't
How do
do?
we
think we
start?
can. We can't
We're
record it.
lost.
No, it's
No, it's
recording
recording.
already.
Luke started recording.
Oh, what? This is all live? Oh, I can't. This is the pod? I thought, okay. All right, let's bring the heat then. I thought we were just
Okay, boys.
I gotta
talking.
I gotta
Ooh,
defend
yeah.
Luke. I don't know. I don't care what people say. It doesn't make him less of a man that he can't come anymore. Like that's you know, it's perfectly acceptable for him to do that. And I'm sick of everyone, the majority of people thinking that he's not a man anymore. I don't agree.
The subtle digs are just incredible. What do you think's gonna hurt more? The sniff or that stab?
The snip or a lifetime of thinking you're not a man anymore. Dude, I just like opened my like Google Chrome on my phone for something and like it just came up his ball sack.
Dude,
It was
I
like
was literally at work
Not the first
and
time sex popped up randomly.
saw the not safe for work warning, so thought it, you know, didn't know what to expect. And then instantly panicked when I opened it up to just a ball sack. But then the problem is it wouldn't go away. It was like a Chrome
dude,
tab was open with it. I kept opening the text and the thumbnail was open.
I
I was like,
I
I can't
printed it by
escape this
accident. Yeah.
by accident. Yeah, I also somehow I got it framed by accident. I don't know how it happened.
I was trying to alt tab or something. I control P'd and it
Should we
printed on
get
the
him
company printer.
like a really
Stop.
nice framed portrait of that for Christmas? Like a really nice frame.
Should we do a white elephant swap and just make that one of the things?
Make it all the things. All of us put in.
Oh,
Huh.
what just happened? Is this a pick six?
Dick's picks or pick six? I missed it.
Dude,
We're
look,
a,
if
we're
only
a,
there was a dick in the
we're a,
pick.
we're
What up,
balls pick only.
bitches?
Fantasy Pals Pod, Season 3, Episode 5. Double tap, double tap.
Dude, trying to go for your haircut.
Fish, you're not eliminated yet. Get out of here.
Oh,
The
no,
idea
well,
that Kyle outlasted me in more ways than one is devastating.
Kyle is leading the league.
Kyle's leading, dude.
K-Fish has come a long way since joining this league.
Dude, I love that there's been like some like obviously bottom of the barrel getting eliminated, like teams struggling, and then like Josh, you, and then Coleman. That's two of our top 3 teams getting eliminated.
Was Huntman at the top 3?
Yeah, dude. I don't know how exactly because his team kind of looked like shit this week, but like his
They
beat
look
has been
great.
performing very well.
Dude, also wild.
it's
The
not
whole like the ESPN automatically sorts by projected points for. So like half of his roster, 7 players on bye, were way the fuck down if you didn't sort the right way.
That like why didn't that? That's dumb. I think honestly that's just a bad look. If you missed, that's bad luck on you.
Well,
of course, there's
also-
more than one way to sort free agents.
Hours.
Well, I also, even
You
if you
didn't
don't sort that way,
$1
just look at who has dropped. I mean, truly
Yeah.
shocking strategy.
Truly shocking to be just like I'm just gonna go
back
off of
like
what's
dude.
available.
He got back like a bunch of his team. He got back like half
I
his
know
team.
he has the best shot by far.
No, if anyone will
returning.
with all the bye weeks and with like it being later in the season, the waivers are decent. Like he could definitely put it together. Like if he scores as much as Josh or George, I think he'll survive.
I also think, I just want to go on record now that we're a few weeks in. I think this zombie format, I both want to do away with it, and I think we nailed it. I think we
No,
set
it's
the
great. It's
exact
great.
right amount of challenge, and I do think we want to adjust how, like, benefit if someone survives, giving them a kickback. But
Yeah.
I think it's the right amount of challenge to actually like get to the median.
This last week especially, I think we'll talk about this when George joins us, but the flurry of trade activity that was spurred by George hitting the market, going out to blow his budget, which I think is the right strategy. Like there's, I think there's a chance you don't get any of it back, so you might as well go nuts, right? And that's what he was doing, which I think makes a ton of sense.
Yeah, I like it.
And I loved it. I loved it.
Dude,
All right.
I don't know if you need to lower the threshold a little bit. It's definitely hard to make that.
Pete, the best part about this pod is when you walk 40 feet away from your computer and then keep talking.
I gotta swim my bowl to get in the mood.
What it says we've only been recording for 2 minutes.
No, that's just you've been in for
We haven't
2.
That's just me.
Mine's
So you
supposed
guys
to
have
nine
be
and a
gone.
half.
15 minutes.
Okay, great. Okay, terrific. Did you hit any useful content? I'm shocked that none of our guests are on yet.
No, we
I
talked about your
didn't.
balls for
Well,
a
we
little.
didn't.
Do a little
Yeah.
intro.
Oh, we did talk about your balls for a bit, and yeah, I didn't know we were recording
I
for
thought
the
you'd at
first
least
5 minutes.
respect me enough to wait for me to get to that part of the schedule.
Well, I was going to, but Pete wanted to really get ahead of the game. He was afraid
Yeah,
if
Pete
he
really
touched your
just
balls, then somebody else would.
he went
Classic
right for the
Pete trying to
scrotum.
get ahead of my balls.
Okay. Introduction. Welcome, boys, to week 7.
Is this like a dry run boost? Are you practicing, or is this the actual welcome? Because this is the worst I've seen.
Hold on. All right. Welcome, boys, to week 8 of elimination. We have just experienced, I guess, actually, we just experienced our first double elimination a week ago. It was hot. It was heavy. 2 absolutely terrible teams battling till the end. And sadly, both were eliminated. Luke barely survived, barely made the cut.
Can we mute Pete?
Finally. What's
And
going on over
today
there?
we have a whole bunch of guests.
Remember that Pete's audio will be recorded separately, so we'll mute it in post. Just try to
Okay.
pretend like it's not happening.
Just heavy rattling.
Well, we are over halfway through the season. There's some teams looking good. There's some teams looking bad.
We're
There's
not quite.
rich people. There's some poor people. Fortunately for you all, I'm both rich and looking good. So good luck for the rest of your season. But I'm on top.
He is,
What's
did you
that,
guys
Pete?
mute me? Did you
We
mute? Have you muted
absolutely
me?
did. It
I was saying,
Unfortunately,
Boozy not blowing his load early has been a surprising development in this season.
well, I think Boozy keeps forgetting that he's in the league until like Monday mornings.
Yeah. The Wednesday night fab spend has not been happening. I did bet on one person last night.
I've
Didn't
missed
get
so
him.
many. Dude, can we talk about the fab spin last night? Because I feel like I was hoping to get one receiver, bet pretty low on both of them. I mean, George Pickens going for like, what did I bet, like 60 something on him? I was shocked by
Yeah.
that. I upped it. I put money on like this morning or yesterday, and then I changed it. I went up like $15 or something. So like I
mean, there's not a lot of money in the pot, you know.
There was
Players'
quite a
value changes.
cliff drop in the fab spend for sure. I mean,
like total fab spend this week with my 2 drastic overpays was probably like $200, maybe less.
I think that you are close to correct. Who was the top? Yeah, Devontae Adams for 106 was the highest bid.
Jeez.
Second highest bid for Devontae Adams. Any guesses?
Me for 30.
No,
I just guessed 27.
no. Woo Doggy for 15.
Oh my god!
So you could have had Devontae Adams for $16. I put 14 down, and I can't believe I didn't put 16 or 17. That's absurd.
What was your thought process doing $14 for Devontae Adams?
Well, so similar to you, I scattershotted and hoped somebody would get forgotten because I don't have a lot to spend and I don't have a lot of people to drop. I went big last week to try to get back in the game. So I went like 14 on Devontae, 10 on George Pickens, 8 on Keenan Allen. My big spend was
a
on
lot of options.
Jonty. I went 36 for Jonty, thinking that was nowhere close to going to get him. Ended up with Ashton. Am I excited about it? 6, 7. Is that what the kids say these days?
Are your kids saying
I don't
that?
know
Why
if
would it
that
be?
they do say that.
Pretty
I don't
sure
know what it
it's not.
means. I'm
No,
scared to
no,
I
I
ask.
just
don't
had it
think they
explained to
say.
me today.
like, is Finley
I
old
don't think they
enough?
say jaunty though.
Ashton Jaunty, they definitely do.
It's definitely
That means
genty.
something else. I've asked a few girls to
Definitely
jaunty.
genty.
Genty Jaunty. It's I'm trying to go for the French accent here. Give
The
Maximilian a
genty
little bit of
genty.
love.
George
Jaunty
Pickens
is
is
the
72,
Jamaican
kind of a
version
lot
of
for
the
you.
Parisian fountains.
Uh,
Okay, it is kind of a lot, but also like when Jamar Chase went for like 130, we were all surprised that was like kind of fair, but like for number one receiver. I mean, George Pickens, yeah, CeeDee Lamb is back, but even with CeeDee Lamb before he was performing well, he's like the number 4 receiver.
Yeah, I mean Keenan. The second
See,
bid on
wait.
Keenan was higher than Devontae.
Yeah, that's pretty nuts actually.
I-
It was wild. It was a bit of a
I like love that much to be spending 70 fab. No offense, Pete. I think you made a great pickup.
No, I appreciate that, but also like Coleman's team was definitely outperforming a little bit, but he was also like the number 2 or 3 team.
No, yeah, it's a great squad. I think that like at the moment with all the buys and stuff and the scheduling, like that's what I was looking at. Like, yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
like the Brock Bowers thing. Honestly, I saw him this morning on waivers. I could have picked him up, and I still didn't, just because I like didn't know who to drop for him, and I didn't
Yeah.
like I wouldn't start him over Jake Ferguson, who I'm starting at tight end. So like, if I'm not dropping Jake Ferguson, then I'm going to drop another skill player, and I'm just not convinced that he's going to have a big bounce back. I could be totally wrong. He's clearly like got superstar potential. It's just that the Raiders are blowing
Dog
people
shit.
left and right.
Raiders
Yeah.
suck.
Dude, Nico went for 11. Like I know
Yeah.
he's not doing
Dude,
well, but
that is
like
crazy.
He's not doing bad.
Pickens
He's been, like,
went for
consistent.
70.
If ever there was a week for the zombies to make it, this could be
Yeah.
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
I don't
we
really want to
should
mess
do
with the
cleaned up.
Texans, but I
Middle
would
of the
bet more
season,
than
you know,
11.
people are falling off. People are losing interest.
What's the pot? Should we need to remind people what's the pot for this league?
Northern
$1,500.
nothing. I
Index
spent all of it already, so
We can give you a couple of
Uh.
dry hand jobs, but there's no money involved. I have had a lot of sexual encounters in massage parlors with dry hand jobs. Usually not dry, but I feel confident that I could give a hand job as good as most that I've received. Most women do not know how to give a hand job. That's my personal experience. And it's not their fault. Like, I've obviously given a hell of a lot more hand jobs than any woman. Probably more hand jobs than every single woman I've ever been with. But combined.
don't stop now.
critically, you're at an extremely different angle.
Yeah, I will say
Yeah,
a different angle
true.
can
Not if
can
you're
be
laying
nice,
right
because
up next
I
to them,
sometimes I mean, what are you using your left hand for if it's not for the different angle? You know,
You're asking the right question,
Pass
Pete.
play.
You're
and the
ask-
whole reach around, that feels different. Have you ever like laid on your arm until it falls asleep and then touched yourself and it feels like it's someone else doing it?
All right, back to the question at hand.
That's
What
a
is the pot?
classic.
The pot for this year is in third place, $169. So just for getting to the semifinals, 169 bones.
not
Second
bad.
place, make it to the championship. You're guaranteed $369 as a minimum.
Wow.
And then if you win it all, it's $1,190, so almost $1,200
Wow.
for the winners winning of the pot.
If I win, I'll
So
do my job. Hand to God.
how much are you making these days?
That would
Quit your job
be
for like a week
over-
and have to get another job a week later.
The economy's in
it would be a
shambles.
great week. I mean, one.
Yeah, but I put that on one mega parlay, and now we're all done. So, and I know that's gonna hit. So
Stack
that's
that
it. Just
up.
leave early.
Did anybody
Boys.
follow George Colby's zombie bet for what is it? Was it 1 to 1,200? It was like 100
Oh
$10 to a $12,000 payout or something crazy.
That was
I
Yeah.
haven't
sick.
heard anything, so I'm guessing it missed. But
No.
he did have a 17 leg parlay that was like $1 to win 12,000 that lost because Tua didn't throw one passing touchdown.
Oh
Oh,
my god.
tough.
That's brutal.
That is brutal.
I also do just want to say I feel like that flurry of trade activity would have been a lot more fun if we had any idea what the trades were for.
Yeah,
Just
we need an
kept getting
update.
email updates that players were given away for free with no other information provided.
No,
I
it
know, we
was.
need
Oh,
the
you're right.
fab.
No, it was never put in there, was it? That was
It was not.
okay. Once again, if one of you slackers would volunteer to do one thing for this league other than sit here and wait for me to start the podcast, hey,
I would,
there
for
we
the
go.
record, I'd be happy to, Luke. I even said, if anyone wants to include what Fab has given, that would be great. And someone, I think Petey just goes, for handies. That was the contribution. I'd be
That's my
happy to.
role.
You give
Okay,
me, you give
George
me
can-
LM tools, and
George
I'll
can
roll back to
probably,
draft night.
George can
I'll
probably
do whatever.
clear this up. George, how much
All right,
fab
double
did you
tap.
spend on your zombie team? Specifically, we want to know because the team was very impressive that you put together. You were very close. It was the only time in the season I've been cheering for you. So break down the zombie team a little bit.
Yeah, the zombie team was a lot of heart, a lot of fight. It was someone
Mhm.
with their back against the wall. The cards dealt to them in this life. Not great.
How far
but
off were you,
I
George?
think he's probably spent about 120 fab to put that little team together.
That's not bad.
Bad.
How,
Overall, I
how-
missed all my bids. Didn't hit one.
Do you
Didn't hit one
remember,
all season, to be honest. I wasn't aware of the economy of this league. People are very bullish when they really shouldn't be. Like the Hunt Man Thomas.
Dude, you have no
252.
idea. Last year, Brock Purdy went for 400 fab in week 2.
Yeah.
That
Really?
was set the all-time mark. This was a big. We actually have taken a
No,
huge,
it was
much more conservative approaches. It was 400 fab. Check the tapes.
No,
Guarantee
But,
it. Too legit to quit. Dan Happ spent 400 fab on Brock Purdy the first week of elimination, and no one knew what to do. And then all the bids skyrocketed for the next 3 weeks. Everyone was unattainable. And this
But-
year, I think this is actually far more conservative.
Yeah, and I thought I could survive another week and then start bidding, but 2 of your guys going out in the first quarter with injuries. Well, not star
That's
players
tough.
by any means.
I mean, they were on my bench, but if
I
I
needed-
had them in,
I needed 4 more points to survive, and Marvin
Oof.
Harrison, a little concussion.
wow, you are
He got
right.
a concussion. You bullshit.
That's tough.
Sorry, just quickly checking the tape here. Josh was absolutely correct. Too legit to quit October 3rd. So that would be, I think, week 4. $401 for Brock Purdy.
That's
wow.
So yeah, that did shake things up quite a bit. But he did make it to the semifinals.
I think the next week is when I sold Najee Harris for 200 fab, which is just the ultimate heist. And then I outbid Donkey Teeth for Kenneth Walker by $1. It was like 267 to 266, and then he ended up sucking the whole year. I was so pumped when I woke up, and then it was just devastating. So anyway, it would be great
Brutal.
to just keep rehashing last year because this year has been absolutely devastating.
But so to recap, George, fantastic job done with the job. I do think you set a new bar for how a zombie team should be managed. I love hustling out there, getting on the phones, making things happen. I love that you definitely did not check your work email once on Friday last week, and it was fairly close. You ended up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now 10th out of the 16 remaining, 11, 12,
How many
13,
points
14,
off were we?
15. Now, so it was a solid 10 points off.
It's close.
Actually,
That's very
yeah.
close.
Give us a quick.
I ended up
season
4 points
week,
off.
How do you feel? What was your experience like?
first year guy.
Farewell message to the rest of the league. You will not be relegated, which is
That
Yeah.
is true.
So that's a plus. The first year, a lot of lessons, a lot of bumps, a lot of nudity, a lot of fun. Yeah, I think I drafted okay, not great by any means. So, and then I found out what it's all about, and what it's really all about is making a fantasy season feel like I have $2,000 on the line on a parlay, and there's one leg that needs to hit every Sunday, and that's terrifying. But a whole lot of fun at the same time. I learned a decent amount to QB. I'm ready to come back next year. I'm very happy I won't be relegated. That would have been just devastating first year, and then
Yeah, let's talk more about that, George. Thanks.
So
but
we do have
George
of
and
fun.
Zach were both not relegated, right?
Yeah,
so
Okay.
we should talk
because
about this.
the first two are relegated, and then it's me, and then the next one is one of you three.
Well, we're definitely going to do 4 from this league because I don't know, we could bump it up to 6, which would be fun. A fun plot twist.
I don't think we could do
Yeah.
that. Oh,
We're
that would be devastating.
announcing live that George has been relegated.
I'm actually kind of in.
So here's the thing. George is safe no
Rewrite
matter
the
what.
rules.
Well, actually, not no matter what, because
No, because Dan and
George is
would be-
still ahead of Danny Johnson and Andy Regan,
Oh, because
both
it's by
behind
score.
him in the points for scoring. I do think major change we do next year is instead of by points for, go by record instead.
Yeah, agreed.
So I think that makes it more
Wins,
exciting.
just
Where
wins.
just wins basically, because there are folks who Josh could still be hoping to be not eliminated at this point, where at this point in the season the whole point of having a season-long relegation was to stretch it out a little bit, and it's stretched out a little bit, but it's collapsed pretty quickly. So I think that would be a fun change.
And
Come
it
on,
makes those
Kamani.
first 2 weeks. It makes those first 2 weeks much higher stakes, because I know we talked about maybe even getting rid of them. But if wins
You just mute
are
yourself,
how you
Josh.
get relegated,
It's recording on his
I don't-
end, don't worry.
Everyone just
Am
nod
I-
that along like this is.
am I
good stuff.
muted?
Oh,
What's
you're back.
happening?
He's back.
Wow.
Good. That is a good point. I didn't think of that at all. So
I was just saying that the benefit of that wins total too is it makes those first 2 weeks much higher stakes. And I know we've talked about maybe even getting rid of them because they don't
Right.
matter. But then, if you string together 8-0 or 4-0 those first 2 weeks versus 0-4, that might be the difference between relegation or not.
I was
True.
nasty for 3 weeks. Putting up
This is true.
120s.
George is
very
playing Fortnite with Kyle, my roommate.
Well, you guys were a little late.
No,
that's
fair enough.
fair.
You can
George
George. Appreciate
starts the season off two big wins over 100 in weeks where median score was in the 80s. And then it was a tough streak of 5 losses in a row. 72 barely escaped elimination. I guess week 3, elimination in week 3. 93 in week 4, 92 in week 5, 68.2. That was the magic one right there.
Oof.
What remind us of the I mean, you were literally 8 yards away from a 69.
Well, kind of.
Closest I've ever been.
Kind of not 8 yards at the same time, because I'm from Kansas City, big Chief fan. So it's Lions, Chiefs. I have Jared Goff as my second quarterback. We're about to wrap up the game, we being the Chiefs, because I bleed every weekend. I put on the pads. Either way, I wanted to wrap up the game and just get the 3 and out, you know?
I'm feeling better now.
But I was like, Jared Goff, please throw a 25-yard pass, and then we stop him. And that's bad when you want the quarterback of the team that you love to just throw a 25-yard pass, and then 69, that sweet number. I thought I was going to hit it. I'm not going to lie. It was I was watching the end of the game. I was like, oh, Jared Goff's going to go down and get a couple of points. And if he doesn't and he goes down and scores, great. Chiefs already won. And then I probably escape elimination. But
Let's also not lose sight of the fact that a 69 comes up and within 7 seconds, Luke is off screen spitting. I mean, if that doesn't tell you what position he's used to being in a 69.
Dude, that week, the double elimination week was insane though, because both the bottom scores were within like 0.5 of 69, which if they had both hit a 69 and then the two bottom scores after them had been eliminated, would have been pure mayhem.
That would have been, it
No,
would have
and
been
so
incredible.
it was. So George was at
We should have got a
68.2.
managerial stat correction.
Stack was at 70.2, and I was at 71.1, and not until Monday night. I hit over 70 on Monday night. I was like, that was the most stressful Monday night game I've watched in a long time.
Well,
for
and
me.
were you at like 73 and then that Jaden fumble happened at the end of the
Oh,
game?
yeah. I
Also-
was like up to 73, yeah, and then there was that fumble, which suddenly and then I thought they might still have like a last minute, like lateral drill to go for the win, which easily could have ended up with another fumble and put me, but that would have still put me
Jeez.
back down in 69. So I think at that point I was still safe, but it was like it came down to the very last minute there. Yeah,
I
that's
think
what
we
it's
should
all
make a
about,
rule
boys.
for next year that on weeks where there's a 10 p.m. Monday night game, we don't eliminate anyone. Because, like, what are we doing? Us East Coast boys can't stay awake for that.
East Coast dads are wrecked.
It's tough stuff.
But also, Luke,
Our-
that game, you needed like 24 points from Jaden Daniels. And after the first quarter or first half, he had like negative 0.1.
Yeah.
I remember looking
It
at
was
that
a
and
tough
like, oh,
start.
God, effed.
that was actually
Yeah.
pissing me off more because I was just thinking to myself, wow, if I would have scored 1.3 more, I would have been safe if Luke gets eliminated. But at the end of the day, my team was the worst. We're going to hit the gym. We're going to hit the weights in the off season. We're going to get ready for this. Practice our 12-ounce curl before the draft a little bit more, so my team's even worse and I need to fight harder. And that's what this league's
Oh
all
my
about. I think
gosh.
that's what I've learned. It's about coming from behind. It's about coming
Petey knows the
whenever
thing
you
about
want.
that.
Yes.
And that's what I've learned. So I think I can make a splash.
Oh, speaking of coming from behind with a splash, Dan McCarthy, welcome.
Yeah.
Oh my God, perfect
Welcome,
timing.
Dan
Thank you,
McCarthy.
What's
Joy.
up?
Thank you for joining.
All sack, no Vance. We've
was
been waiting
good.
for you this whole time. We were about to wrap it up, but
Well,
then your face.
that's good.
But then we
just
realized
arrived.
we never do that.
No, no.
I'm gonna say my adieus. I
Thank you,
think
George.
the other
we
ones,
could just wrap it up.
but
Thank you, George.
love you guys. Can't wait for 9 months from now when my draft's gonna be even worse. I'm gonna love it.
Beautiful.
Goodbye.
Can't wait to see you
Enjoy
again.
your off season, George, and enjoy the group chat for the next 4 months that you're not part of this league.
We will.
Yeah.
Mr.
Danny boy.
McCarthy, all sack, no Vance.
Zach.
There's a lot of
Wow,
sack.
please never change your team
Oh,
name.
Speaking
And
of
yes,
sack,
should we hijack the
Dan,
pod to figure out when we're all getting drunk together
No.
over Thanksgiving?
No,
Yeah,
No,
can we
not
talk
yet,
about
because
that?
Speaking
Dan,
of
It's only-
Vance and
only reason-
sacks,
It's
Yeah.
the only reason I'm here. I want to talk
Time out.
logistics.
we have
Are we-
announcements to make. Dan, speaking of sack, is right. Luke, Boozy, Petey, and I on our side cousin chat, we get a text from Luke saying, "Hey boys, fair warning, not safe for work content coming shortly."
God damn it.
I thought he was kind of kidding. And I'm at work in a cubicle, and all of a sudden I
Good
get
job for cubicles.
a link to a website I've never heard of. And I click on it,
So
and
you
there's
clicked
just
it.
a
Never heard
full
of.
scrotum shot. And I immediately just say why, because I'm not going to look further. And then I close out of it, and then I reopen my phone, and my Google tabs are still open to this website, and there's just more
Yeah.
scrotum. So I try to close out of it because now I'm panicked and a little sweaty. And then I'm like, okay, fine. I'm out of it. I go back to my text thread, and there's just a thumbnail of a scrotum in the chat. And I'm like, I can't escape this. Oh, there it is.
I
Josh,
want
no,
so
remind me, you
I want
worked
so
in
bad to be on this group. I
elementary
just want to
school.
be on this group text, the Cuzzies group text. I mean, I wouldn't open
It's
it at
No,
work.
listen.
it's
This was
it's
not
mostly just
for
collusion.
entertainment value. This was a purely medical situation that had to be
Yeah.
discussed.
That doesn't hold up in court. I've tried that. I swear, I thought she was a doctor.
It's a medical.
Oh, Dan.
Well, in my case, she was a doctor, and she left me with a quite painful situation. I think this is I believe that we're a few days away from Men's Health Month, so I'm just gonna open it up on the pod. But I got the old snippety snip this week, a couple days ago.
Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
I didn't know
Big
we were gonna be talking
advocate.
about
I
this
thought
on
you
the
were gonna
pod.
open it up and do a live, like the live surgery.
So now that we're just opening up about that,
Oh God,
about
no!
men's health.
Please, Luke.
Please.
Please.
Hey, I
Show
mean,
us your penis.
It's kind of a medical
so-
talk. We've discussed colonoscopies.
I know we basically should just start a spin-off pod, but
It's
I'm
a
just
men's rights pod.
as an advocate for men's health and for men everywhere, our entire audience, I think this is useful information. I heard a decent amount about the procedure. It's quite common, very safe, highly recommended.
He's gone. He left.
And then
I might have
and
to
then
leave too.
they get you on the table, and not one but 3 needles
Oh my
of
god.
local anesthetic straight into the sack.
And that was just me, Boozy, and Petey. They didn't even get the instruments
That
out
was
yet.
before I hadn't even left for the doctor's office yet at this point.
What did I walk into?
Did they put you out?
So no, they do not put you out.
Did anybody
You're
ask for the
completely
story, though?
awake for it. You're completely awake for it. They ask you if you want. I had a Valium. That was it. But then there's so the local anesthesia is supposed to numb the area. But how does that start? By a needle in the sack. And then after the
Oh my
first 2,
God.
she goes, now I have to tell you, this third one's going to be a little spicy. And I was like, what were the first 2 we're working with here? It was quite similar to having a tattoo on your sack. Is very how I would
You
imagine
know
it.
what that? I just want to double click on that. Do you know what that is like?
Dan wants to
Well-
feel something.
Well,
Well,
interestingly enough,
if I try to imagine
Tell
this
me in extreme
experience
detail.
on my scrotum, that's exactly how it felt. But honestly, it was over relatively quickly, about 15-20 minutes procedure. It was after
And then
the fact.
did they start the surgery?
And then
You're like-
after the fact,
You're like, Doc, I'm
I-
not sure it's numb. Can you just flick the tip a few more times?
Why is Petey so
Um,
quiet?
I'm still feeling a little bit. Maybe give it a little rub. I don't know. Just slap it around a little bit. Let's just make sure that we're all numbed up here.
Oh my God.
Serious question
Whose
though
phone is going off?
is Boozy, is your real name Nate, or is that just like, are you just joking around?
I'm just fucking with you, bro.
Okay.
You can call me Nate.
Dan,
It's a nickname.
dude, you didn't know. His name's Nathaniel.
That's all I want to know.
Hey, Sack, is your real name Dan? Because I thought Sack was such a inspired name that your parents gave you. It's a family name. I always assumed.
oh boys. All right.
Dude,
we
there are
have
times
decided.
that there are times I remember that you guys grew up in Uzbekistan. That's one of those. You didn't know that Sack was the 3rd most common name in Boston in
Yeah,
1992.
come on, dude. Seriously?
That, like, kind of
Sack,
true.
if I just like was watching this and had to guess your name, I'm guessing like Sack Saperstein. It's like,
Yeah, that works.
Saperstein.
We are definitely not keeping it tight on the schedule here. So either I can
well, you got your dick
continue
kicked off,
my
cut off
story.
today, so I think you're
I-
due a little time.
I just came on to talk about Cuzzy's night. When are we doing this
No,
year?
we
When are we
will
doing
talk
it?
about Cuzzy's night after you tell us what your biggest regrets of this season were, and potentially shed a tear as well.
Where do I start? I don't know. I wish I did some research on fantasy football before the draft. That would have been sick. I'm always 2 years behind. Every 2 years. I'm like, this guy is probably great, and it
To,
was 2 years ago.
to be fair, you had the 5th overall pick, and you possibly predictably took Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
Seemed like a good idea at the time. You
I
can't
almost
help that one.
didn't. I got suckered
You also
in by
grabbed
the
Lamar at number 4 last year. I remember that being a steal.
See, the one that you should regret is round 2. You took AJ Brown, who is
Well, not
on
great.
one of the stinkers of the season. And guess who went right after you? Do you remember who you passed on for AJ Brown?
Oh no.
This is rough. I
Puka.
don't know.
Is
No
it
idea.
Puka?
Do you know who's the number 1 scored player in fantasy football right now?
Tough.
Jonathan
fuck.
Taylor. You passed on Jonathan Taylor to
Oh
take
my
AJ Brown.
God.
What's crazy is this is the first time Dan's
What-
ever heard the name Jonathan
Yeah,
Taylor.
what team is that?
Taylor playing?
Jonathan Taylor does happen to be the number 1 overall running back this
Yeah, but-
year, and I believe number 1 scoring player across all of fantasy sports at
Well,
the
to be
moment.
fair, everybody passed on him for 1 round, so I don't know.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong.
Yeah, Joey Burrow number 1 was rough. I was thinking of going around that because he's always hurt, and I didn't, and now we're here. So I think I got
It's
like
so
12
tough.
points out of him for the whole season. Thank you, Joe Burrow.
Yeah, that's tough. That's hard to
I
come
feel
back
like
from
the
that one.
injury plague is like basically why the first 4 teams get eliminated. It's kind of tough to avoid in this format.
Dude, it's just people are terrible at fantasy football and they don't really know ball.
All right, Nathaniel.
Jeez.
Easy up over there.
Boozy, go backcountry hiking again on a Wednesday night, please. Gosh, get out of here.
Front country hiking. All right, let's get.
I have went front country hiking before, and that's how we got into this predicament in the first place.
Let's get a quick prediction for eliminated team this week and get out of here.
I don't even know who's left. I've stopped paying attention. You guys pick. I don't
We're
care
not going to
anymore.
get any more of Dan's regrets or his experiences, or just because also first, just a review of the. This is now your 2nd season with us, Dan. How does it feel? Better or worse than last year?
Definitely not as good. Can somebody explain relegation to me?
Oh,
Like,
also,
am I
Dan,
just
I forgot. You're not actually relegated.
really?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
forgot to mention this. In our side friend chat, I mentioned that Dan was relegated, but it's the first 2
No.
eliminated with non-cousins, and we guaranteed 2 cousins would be the remaining of the 4 relegated. And so
Yeah.
I'm one of
Dan,
those, and then one of these 3 will be
could-
relegated.
You could choose to move down to the relegated league if the big
I was gonna say, can I play in the B League? Because that might be better
You
for my
probably would.
speed.
You
Don't
might
give
be
him
able
the
to trade your.
What happens down there? Do you just all just kind of like play and nothing really like you're just like let's have some fun?
There's
It's
a
like a
lot of
You just
Monday
gotta
night cousin night. There's
Hold
just a
hands,
little
stick
bit of-
around.
A little more
Choose
touching
me.
themselves for sure.
Yeah, that sounds great.
All right, boys. Let's get into cousin night.
Yep.
Zach has pretty clearly said he only wants to talk about that. So what do we think, and how are we going to spice this up? Obviously,
let's do our elimination picks and then we can talk.
Yeah,
about it out.
because the viewership is dropping by the minute here. So yeah, let's get our picks in.
People
for
are viewing
elimination.
this.
We lost
Not
one
at
of
the
our.
moment.
We have 3
I have a
very
pretty-
loyal
I have a
viewers
pretty
from
easy
Austria.
one.
My
I-
wife was like, "What are you doing?" She just said, "Be quiet."
Well, she could find out next. We'll make sure to send her a link to the episode tomorrow.
This
She
one
can hear all
does
about my
feature
operation.
a live shot of a scrotum, so maybe say like not this one.
We'll send her last week's.
Yeah, or no, just
I-
send her last year's and pretend it was this time.
Yeah.
I don't know that last year's were any better, to be honest. From
No.
the safety for work situation aspect. All right.
All right, Booze, who's your
I'm
pick?
going.
Yep.
Uh,
Booze, lead us off.
kind of a pretty obvious one, but let me just read you a roster and tell me if this is a zombie team or a team who drafted most of these players. Andy Dalton. Didn't realize he was still in the NFL. Bill Krosky Merritt. Other than a cool name, hasn't done much. Kyle Mononagae. Read above. Jordan Addison, decent. Dobbs, tough. Tucker Kraft, tough. Jay Noel. I've actually never even seen this name before. I don't know who the person is. And Jonathan Taylor, the one. Is it even? I don't even know if that's Jonathan Taylor. No. Taylor.
Tyrod
Taylor. Oh my God. I thought he had a chance with Jonathan Taylor. He might have like 50 points this week. I'm sorry, Marky Phillips. You're going home with
Oh, that's Mark Phillips. That's
Yeah.
devastating.
I got a text from him before this pod started that said, I think the loser of our, because me and him are playing head to head this week, the loser of our match, he thinks is going home. He thinks we're in the
dude.
You're in
zombie
death
bowl at the
spiral.
moment.
I like
Like,
Like
that.
you guys are projected similar, but your team is years above what he has. No offense, Mark.
Thank you. I
He's,
feel like I
like,
really
jumping to
stocked
smaller
up last
competition.
week.
Jalen Waddle are both.
I'm a little bitter about the double elimination thing. I know you warned us of this, but I didn't really think it was going to happen. I thought it was a threat. I thought it was just like a joke.
What parents tell their kids when they want them to go to bed earlier, not like a real thing.
Yeah, I thought it was a joke, and then all of a sudden it was happening.
Well, George
also-
didn't really-
Mason's
Luke, we didn't
We-
talk about how you beat me by like, I don't even know, like what, 0.4?
Oh, we talked
We
about it.
did
I
talk
think
about
you-
it, but before you joined.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yes.
I was
But
sleepy.
yeah, it was. Did you watch that game? It was a late night game, especially for the
No, of
East
course
Coast
not.
dads
I was
out there.
asleep. What are you, nuts?
It was, so if you missed it, it was wild because there was a I thought I was in the safe zone, 2 points up on you, and then Jaden Daniels gets strip sacked, loses the ball, and I'm right back in the danger zone
Had
with
no
like minutes
idea.
left in the fourth quarter. And they were behind. So I figured they'd come back and get the ball and he'd either throw it deep, potentially get picked off at a Hail Mary, or they might do like a lateral fumble Ruski play. There were so
we
many
still talking
opportunities
about
for me to fall
football?
back down.
Because man, the last minute has sounded like a wild Wednesday night.
Mhm.
But yes, one way or another, I did survive, and then absolutely blew my fab load all over the waiver wire the next day.
Got it. So we're
Worked for
not
1
talking about
week.
football anymore. Okay.
We're not. We left that behind a while. Yeah. All right. So Boozy's got his pick out there. It is for Marky Mark Phillips, Captain Jamaica. I believe that puts Pete, you up next. Do you have a pick for us?
I actually do. And it's good news for me personally. I think that our very own commissioner, he had a busy week, he had a medically intense week, and I don't think his week is going to get better after Sunday, Monday night. I think he's going to save the rest of his commissioners from the dangers of the relegation league, and he is going to go out.
Ooh, this is a big deal.
Jalen
Yeah.
Waddle should have never been on your bench. He's somehow been okay. But the Dolphins the Dolphins are just a dumpster fire.
I just
Man.
bought him for like 100 fab last week, and then he scored exactly 2 points last week.
You paid
so-
100 for he was from my team. I could have told you not to do that. That was stupid.
Fair enough.
That's a good strategy. You
Thanks.
should ask the team that got eliminated how much they should pay for the players on their team.
It's so true.
Actually is a good point. Every minute that goes by and Jordan Mason doesn't have more than 11 yards to his name does make me feel more and more like that could be the case. But no, I got Jalen Waddle for 106, and the bids right behind were 90, 76, two
Wow,
people bid 76, 67. I felt good about that, and I still do. I think with
And
Tyreek
Nico
out,
Collins went for 11.
11.
Yeah, but you keep feeling good about that, Luke.
At the moment. Here's the thing. I took multiple shots on playmakers, and one of those was Jalen Waddle. The other one was Chris Olave. who
That's
absolutely
also
did
for
pan
my
out.
team. I don't know, man. I don't know if
He
he should be.
scored 20-something points last week, although I'd already traded him by the time he scored. So,
Nice.
Luke, could you imagine if someone offered you Nico Collins and 90 fab for Jalen Waddle? How excited you'd be?
yeah, 100%. I'd take it in a heartbeat. You can't know the future. You got to make the best decisions you
No,
can with the
I
information you
agree.
have at the
That's
moment.
just how it goes.
Well, okay. So there's one bid for. So two people already agree with Marky Mark that the loser of our head-to-head battle will be the eliminated. I think, per usual, it's never the obvious candidate. It always starts out looking obvious and it never ends up obvious. I
That's true.
think that sadly, although the team looks quite strong at the outset, I believe that the final Dan of the league might be headed
No,
out.
no.
On paper, he looks strong. He's got Jalen Hurts, James Cook, CeeDee Lamb at the top of the column. But all three of those guys have dud games on occasion. CD, I think, will probably be fine. Hurts against the Giants. The Giants, Eagles, weird things happen. That can be bad. James Cook already laid a dud recently. And then the rest of the roster is just ripe for disaster. Chuba Hubbard, is he back or is Rico Dottle still the star? Matthew Golden still hasn't found himself. Harold Fannin is maybe flirting with success. Alec Pierce and Dylan Gabriel. When you're starting Dylan Gabriel, who has not scored more than 6 points in a single week yet as a quarterback,
That's tough.
you're in a dangerous position.
All right.
Josh, what do you got for
Mine's
us?
mine's a full vibes pick. Haven't looked at a roster since I've been eliminated, but the ultimate league man, Nick Spofford, I think is going to get cut. There is no way that the vibes are good when someone's complaining about not knowing that Brock Bowers was on the waivers. I think this man is going to mentally crumble going into the weekend. He's not ready for what the rest of this league is going to have in store. I think he's
I
going
like
to
this
think
call.
that now he knows how research tools work. He's going to have a chance, and I think he's going to lose sight of what he needs to do to get over the hurdle
Wow.
this weekend.
Josh, I think you might be onto something. Wild that you didn't take a look at his roster, but the bye weeks are destroying him. Matthew Stafford, Puka, Marvin Harrison, all on bye. Bryce Young out. He's only got one quarterback starting, and that quarterback is anybody? Top 10 guy? No, Michael Penix himself.
Oh, the
Um, yeah, this is a good call. There's some. I mean, he could squeak it out, but it's not a strong week for the Joe Buck
I've seen
Yourself
Nick
squad.
Spofford try to squeak one out, and it's not a pretty sight. So I'm going to go against that working out.
Not something I'd watch again. Watched it.
All right.
All
Also,
right.
one more announcement before we wrap it up and
Wait,
talk cousin night.
Dan.
Wait,
Can
Dan
I,
gets
can
to
I
make a
ask
pick.
one thing? Can I
Dan
ask
gets to
one
make a
thing?
pick.
Wait, a pick?
Yeah.
I just want to ask, who is this Maximilian Joker? Is he a real person or is he just a fucking meme?
he's
He's
an AI
AI.
agent.
Yeah, he's
I,
a
I literally was like, yeah. He's just like
Okay,
he's just
Google
like a
Gemini. Create a villain who just writes obnoxious prose into group chats.
he's just like a
and let
sweat
him wreak
lodge like
havoc on this league.
PD like sweat lodge like beam thing going on. I don't even know.
Yeah.
All right, it's a
You're
great
not wrong,
question.
but he is our reigning champion, so there's that to
I
contend
literally,
with.
I don't know. I'm saying this seriously, Zach. I do not know who he is. I don't know how
He
he
was
got
at
into
draft
this
night.
league.
He was at draft night.
No, I've
And
like seen
isn't
him.
it
Obviously,
Paige's
I've talked
husband?
to him.
Luke, how you got Maximilian in this? I'm still furious. I think we should have once every 3 years the audience gets to vote someone out. And I think it would be pretty
Maximilian
clear.
is possibly
no.
the
Maximilian is
best.
the best people in the league for
No,
sure.
I know, we
yeah,
do need
He has
him.
brought
We
the
need
league
him.
together. Like, are you kidding me? This league would not
Yeah,
have stood
everyone needs
together
a
for 2
villain.
more years without him.
I will say, like every third text slays me, but those other two, I'm just like, he thinks a lot about him. I hope he's put a lot of effort into it, so I appreciate it.
All right, I do think we have an important announcement to make, Luke, and I just want to confirm this live instead of offline. I think this week is the last zombie week, meaning whoever's eliminated this week does not have a second chance. And I think we should make that clear in the group chat.
You mentioned this like earlier in the week, and I was surprised to find that you were
Is that true?
correct. Looking back at our website, which we wrote back in August, who knows what happened? I believe quite a bit of tequila was involved as well. Under the zombie rule, it does say teams eliminated in the weeks 3 through 7 will have one additional week to return. So whoever's eliminated this week does not get a zombie week. I think that was a mistake because I think
I
it's going to
don't.
be me, and I want my zombie week. I'm
No, I
pissed that I'm
don't.
not
There's
going to
two
get
reasons
it.
why. There's two reasons why. We did it, and I think it makes perfect sense. The first was we wanted to extend league participation for those chopped too early. Now, at this point, everyone's had a good go at it. Second, the waivers get way too enticing. That it gets easier to string together a solid roster.
But isn't that
So
the whole point? Don't you want to give the zombie a
no,
chance?
we don't. No, we don't really want zombies to have a chance. That was also the point. We want it to be
It's
hard.
fucked up.
No. We want it to have a chance, but we don't want it to be common. Like you got eliminated, but we want you to have a shot.
If it happens
Yeah.
once every 2 years, I think we're in good shape.
Here's my proposal. I was thinking about this for Nelson. I think the zombie, if they beat whoever they beat, they just gets eliminated right away. So Josh would have eliminated like 5 people, just caused absolute chaos. I think it would have been so much more fun.
Oh,
That
like
is
the
wild.
zombie. The zombie
Just
actually
a zombie
eats,
apocalypse.
it
You just
eats
show
the
up,
brains,
and all of a sudden,
yes.
it's only 7
Okay,
people
I
in
actually-
week 6.
And if you win, I like this a lot. If you beat someone head to head, you get a player off their team for free.
The zombie just eats the other team.
Eats the head,
So
eats
I
the
had that
brain
thought,
of
Luke.
the.
I was actually thinking the zombie, if they make it, can pick one of their originally cut players and take them back. And that other person is just screwed. They don't get their fab back, nothing. You just get to poach one of your original players back, and you get some fab reinstated. I think that would make it so much spicier if a zombie does survive. Zach's proposal is just anarchy. You're just cutting half the league.
Dude, I was thinking how funny it would have been if just half the league was like out.
Wait, why would half the league be out right away? I don't
Because
get
He's
that.
saying
anybody-
if the zombie beat anyone, the
Oh,
people under
anyone
them should just
below.
get cut.
It was like literally
not
6
like a
of
head
us.
to head, but just like any score that was lower.
Oh, it would have been
Damn,
so funny.
that would be tough.
All right, boys. So Zach, you want to do? So are we doing this cousin
All
thing
right,
Monday night?
let's wrap this up because this is like an hour-long pod. If you guys actually started before, or maybe we'll just cut it to when I joined. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not spending a lot of time on this, so you guys got to send me the notes on that. But for the 2 people who made it this far, Kyle and Danny Johnson, thank you for watching the entire 60 minutes of this podcast. The rest of you
Is this
fuckers aren't-
actually live?
I was asking.
No,
It's not live, Dan, but we're gonna post it and people are gonna watch
just
it. So you have to
assumed it was
pretend
live.
like
asking
it.
Kyle. I was like, when Pete was going on
Do
his.
people actually watch this? I gotta.
Dan, this is on
Shockingly.
ESPN
I was
The
at-
Ocho. There's
I was
Manning
asking-
Cast and then
everybody
there's
shut-
Cousin Cast.
Everybody shut the fuck up.
We get
I was
tons of
asking
views.
Kyle, can you hear what Pete's saying? And he goes, shh, shh, shh. No. I want to see it live. I want to see it in the pod.
Kyle loves the pod.
We have
Yeah.
some super fans out there, and then we have everybody else in the league. But
Then
it's
we
a
have
good
people
time.
with jobs.
All right. Signing off. Love you, fantasy pals. We will